What's up, guys? This is the enclosure for the 2015 Chevy Silverado. We have the front of it screwed, nailed in, the rear of it nailed in. Now we're gonna have to notch out the middle portion because it has a hump. If you walk out to your crew cab, you'll notice in the center of the floor is a hump, and that hump is to clear the transmission. So we need the enclosure to hug the hump, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the floor up 3/4 of an inch and put another piece of wood on top and then router it out, and then we'll have that 3/4 of an inch change of height in the middle.
Now we need a piece to go on top. To close it in, once we route it out, we close it in. This is how I do all mine. There's another way to do it. That way is more work to me. So let's work together. See some time left.
We'll take a drill bit and screw a hole here and then router out this whole front, router out the rear, router out the bottom. It'll take about a minute. So it's a lot quicker than the alternative, which is cutting the floor, stopping here, cutting the floor, stopping here, and then building up and over, which is harder to keep everything square that way. Well, that's that. Here she is. It is totally enclosed now, and we have our panels here on the right and the left that will pop them off. Right here, it'll just pop off, and then we can router it and do the cutouts for the ports. It's coming. All right, we're gonna look and see if it clears now after we take off this rubber boots. See how huge it is? Like, it's huge and has all this cool stuff in there, and serves no acoustical purpose. So we're gonna try it now. All right, it's almost all the way in now. So what I'll do probably is just barely remove a small amount of material on the underneath portion of the interior, because it's almost there, but not quite. It's a huge speaker. So what's up, guys? Another day here at Wired Customs. I have this 4/8 box here. We're about to cut the port. Port's a little different nowadays than what I used to a year or two ago. I figured out a way that works well and totally hides the mounting part of the port, and it flushes it in completely. I love it. I love how I create these. So I'm gonna let you guys look at this portion of it. I've already got everything measured out here. I know exactly where I want my hole to start, and then we copied that on the right portion as well. So let's get it. All right, guys, we have that routed out now. I can show you a lot easier now. So that piece will go all the way up in there flush, and just a hair extra to help clear the screws. Now we're gonna stick a rabbit bit on the exterior perimeter, and if we were to just wrap it around here, and then on the enclosure wrap it around there, then you're gonna have two pieces of material butted up against each other, and it's not gonna look right. It's gonna be not completely flat against each other. So we add a groove, a rabbited groove that goes all the way around the exterior, and then that will also give us a cut line to cut our material once we wrap it around the panel. And then the pieces will conjoin together like they're supposed to be.
How you expect me not to eat when I'm starving, you ain't feed? And now nigga feel
Almost messed up.
got 2 kids and plus I'm broke. We been sleeping on the floor, but all you say is keep your head up. I'm fed up. Said I'm gonna pass out my door and the car is out in the morning. Or fixing notice in the morning. I had a baby sitting warm. She was pregnant but got in the boy's feet. Everything I ever learned, I took from me. I can see you trying no longer, you look at me. I swear to niggas ain't shit. I can say you love the nigga, you don't even like his girlfriend. Every day I hustle, get a script of holiday, got a nigga shit. They took my brother from me. They took my cousin from me. They took the love from me. So I believe them and they took the fuck out of me. The devil trying to play me, they don't pray, I don't lose. Popping medication, drinking booze. Why ain't suicide, no problem, making music. Lord, don't let me lose it. How you expect me not to eat when I was starving, you ain't feed? And now nigga fed up. Got 2 kids and plus I'm broke. We been sleeping on the floor, but all you say is keep your head up. I'm fed up. Said I'm gonna pass out my door and tell the go.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Killers in my hood, they know me by my first name. You know them by their first name, I know them by their first name. Type of weight, make a man stand on front. Kill yourself or get your whole fam slammed on front. I had to make a couple bands, mama love me. I had to make a couple bands, mama love me. I had to make a couple bands, mama love me. Fuck nigga, I don't wanna be on me. Nigga knockers, I sold her up, I got a hundred in. Keep them off, I can't talk to me, bitch, I'm not one of them. Give me the green streets and little city sheets. Jumping up out of my sleep, cause I be gonna go eat. Say that easy, okay, rest stuck on the side of the scale. All the kills, and you would kill with the spell. Dinner prepare up and nail, raising tail. Keeping them all the drip, ditched up under my nails. Storm coming, follow money and never the bullets you sit in the cell. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. Fuck nigga, I don't wanna be on me. Sorry, granted, bitch, taking a call. Burn with bricks and driving a car. Killer got my body hard. Girl, step over the road. Driving them on the body guard. Heavy pillow in my section. I'm controlling them in charge. That's the killer, they respected. I take a bitch to war. I got samples in my section. Baggers on their fire. All clothes off your back. Boom to the car. Cook a pottery with a drum. Tiger, you look kinda rough. You don't fuck about your shit. I'm tired with the mirror. Go sit down with the jet. I'm part of the cartel. I'm a prayer on the dawn. Came up from nothing and we prayed on problems. I was raised in the slum. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. I had to make a couple bands by my lonely. Fuck nigga, I don't wanna be on me.
Can we still have this stuff?
What you want me to tell you a story about?
About background and
Okay, that should be easy. Check. Now it's what's in the mix with some phony homies who turned their backs on me when I needed them most. And even though they
Only one, no. Got the chick I call it Katia. She be acting bougie, then she came through and tied me up. Now she just a groupie, got the aura of the mafia. Her friends think they know me, but they ain't the only one, no. What they want, what they want, what they want. Dollar signs, yeah, I know it's what they want. What they want, what they want, what they want. Y'all ain't fooling me at all. I've been at this shit for 9 years. Now they start to call. I'm a DIY pioneer. They trying to get involved. Get the car higher. Got to set it off. I'm probably the only one. Yeah. I'm correct when you approach me. I can size you up. Taking all the shots like Kobe. Almost 81. Guess I got the black goalie. Always make me some. I'm probably the only one. What they want, what they want. Dollar signs, yeah, I know it's what they want. What they want, what they want, what they want. I ain't fooling me.
What's up?
Box needs to work.
Huh?
Subs are hitting the bottom of the box of the bandits.
Who's pulling strings? I'm just pointing out all the puppets.
There's
All right, guys, my favorite part, wrapping, is my favorite part. We're about to get this enclosure wrapped up, and then it'll be on its way to, I believe, North Carolina. If I keep stating North Carolina, I believe that's where he lives. I have to double check that. All right, let's bring y'all way out here. Twist y'all in there like that. Got everything all prepared. Preparation is key. Now on this box, I'm gonna try something a little different than what I've done in the past. When these enclosures are leaving my hands and leaving out of state, if there's any tweaks or any small little problems, I just don't want no problems. So we're gonna try to wrap the bottom of it as well, which I never, ever, ever do on these. One, because there's a notch in the bottom of it. Kind of hard to wrap that. And two, it just doesn't need to be wrapped. It's on the floor. A standard square box, sometimes I'll wrap the bottom, sometimes I won't. Just all depends. Let's get you guys up a little higher. You can see a little better. That ain't working out too well, is it? Let's scoot way over here. There we go. There we go. All right, hopefully that's a little better angle. You can see this is extremely heavy, about 80 pounds of wrapping material. So I'm gonna leap enough here for me to go underneath the bottom of it and hit this notch I cut in there. Whew. That stuff heavy. Got some brand new blades out. Cut this off. This is black vinyl. Cut that, get that out the way. All right. So I cut it longer than what I normally do because we're gonna try to wrap the bottom. Hopefully it turns out okay. I've never had to do it before, so I don't want him going, oh, you didn't wrap the bottom. So just to protect me, I'm gonna try to do it. Whew. That's the compressor just kicked on. All right, I'm gonna scoot you guys over so you can get a better angle. I don't like this angle. There we go. Hopefully that's a lot better there. It's heavy, heavy. Looks like we're almost out of glue. We'll have to go pick up more glue here in a couple days. If you guys are out of state or you're local, we do have no interest financing. Basically the finance company, Snap, Progressive, and then there's another one, will pay us, and then they take installments out of your account depending upon how you're paid. It's not based on credit, it's based on your history with your banking establishment only. It's no interest if you pay it off within 90 days. It's a great feature. Even if you have the cash, it's a great feature because no interest. Now, if you extend it out over a 12-month period, I don't recommend you doing that part. You're going to pay twice as much. But if you're out of state, you can still purchase with us. And use the financing is what I meant. You can purchase with us no matter what with cash or card. gonna turn some music on and get into it. Alright. 7 Gates. Love Kevin Gates.
The limit is well. I need a team more willing to crash. Dead in their kitchen I had. These niggas been holding their nuts on me, so I'm trying to run it up fast. Dear God, I hope that you hit me. I need you to answer my prayers. I need you to send me a woman who listens, who is not hearing them pairs. Forever lawyer gon' come with them bands if I ever get in a jam. From trapping hard to rapping hard, make everyone know who I am.
Bundling car and renter's insurance with Geico is so easy, your neighbors are probably already doing it. So why not ask? Just say,
Hey, did you get your hair cut?
We'll be able to wrap this
Also,
part.
have you saved even
This
more
part I'm
money
gonna have to
with
do in
Geico?
or
carpet.
maybe
Hey, did you
Because
get
it's
your hair
impossible
cut?
to wrap that part. Impossible.
You're cool. Anyway,
Rewrap that part.
or try.
God bless you.
It doesn't look weird at all. Anywho, have you saved
It's
up
impossible to me.
Let's see what that brings.
Bundling is easy with Geico. Just ask your neighbors.
I always brush my glue on. A lot of people will spray it. I don't spray mine. I believe you get more coverage by brushing it on. That's just what I believe, and that's how I do my boxes. I've tried to spray. I don't like it. Just don't like it. Now we'll hang out for about 5 minutes and let it get tacky and dry, and then we'll apply it. Check back.
But then I got high. My room is still messed up. And I know why. Why, man? Yeah. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. I was gonna go to class before I got high. Come on, y'all. Check it out. I could have cheated and I could have passed. But I got high. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Go to the next. I was gonna go to court before I got high. I was gonna pay my child support, but then I got high. No, you wasn't. They took my whole paycheck, and I know why. Because I got high. Because I got high. I wasn't gonna run from the cops, but I was high. I'm serious, man. I was gonna pull right over and stop, but I was high. Now I'm a paraplegic.
in case you can't see very well. What's up, guys? It's Friday morning. We just got here. This is day 3 on the enclosure. Now, keep in mind that I'm also running a whole business here, so I'm the fabricator at Wired Customs, and I do all the, for the most part, the custom fabrication, the enclosures, stuff like that, for the most part. The other guys do some other stuff, but I try to do all the fabrication because I can squeeze it in my daily routine. We're fixing to complete the rear portion here. We're gonna tuck that in, cut it, flip it over, and then we're gonna wrap the two corners. And then we'll get the plexi in, the lights, and the pretty piece in the middle that's stained, and we did an epoxy pour on there, so stay tuned. All right, turned out pretty good. So instead of this part, me just spraying black, I carpeted it. Probably add some staples, that way it doesn't come off because there's no tuck line. This is a tuck line that should never come out unless it's pulled on. This carpet here, there's no way to do that appropriately. Now we'll clean up the corners here and then wrap those other pieces in. All right, guys, we're getting towards the very end here. I'm creating the ports for the 4.8 box. You get to look at how I make them. Okay, so the ports come and they look like this. This is how I purchased them from Parts Express. I have two different kinds. This is a 4-inch port. A 4-inch port won't just slide into 4-inch PVC pipe. So we have to do a little trick. We have to router it out. It's kind of dangerous, but again, we live in a dangerous world. We got to do it. So let's go. All right, so this is the router. It's going to cut just a hair, about 1/8 of an inch, and allow me to slide the port in, and that way I can epoxy it together. I will tell you, a cheaper place, like what I call a hack place, would probably just stick it on top and tape it together, glue it together. That's not the right way. It's a horrible option. We do everything right here, and that's why you're looking at this video right now. Because you know we do everything right here, okay? Let me put my safety device on, and let's get to work. And I'll show you how this works, okay? A little trick I learned years ago. All right, now what we'll do is go downwards about 1.5 inches. That stuff gets everywhere. We'll go down into the material more than what it is right now. That way we can get a good secure bond when we slide our port in. Now the port will slide in there. It's slid in there. We'll glue it together, epoxy it actually. Epoxy isn't gonna come off. And then we have a usable port. A lot of people will just use standard, just this part only. Well, that part's ugly and it's hard to make that pretty. So, and an arrow port that's flared out will have a better acoustical response than just a straight port would be on a round port. And a square port, actually. You notice, even on the square port, slot ports, we round them off. The smoother the air can flow, the better, less restriction. It's bright.
Five, four, three, two, one. Watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.